Everybody, NZ Blazing here, back with another video. As this time around I've got a squad builder surrounding Houston Rockets, with Jalen Green being a 99 overall with all 64 badges, with Jabari Smith Jr., Jason Chait, Kevin Porter Jr., C. Gunn, Kenyon Martin Jr., Eric Gordon, Josh Christopher, David Nawawa, Marquise Chris, Garrison Matthews, Uspin Garuba, Tyler Eason, Ty Washington Jr., Trey Burke, Trevor Huggins, and that makes up your Houston Rockets team. So I'm going to have a simulation built round Jalen Green at 99 overall and see how far he can take this Houston Rockets team, as all the rest of his team are at 78 and 70, between 75 and 78 overalls. As we've got it set on Hall of Fame, 12-minute quarters, injuries turned off, and also trades are turned off. So we'll get into it and see how well Jalen Green can do. So we'll simulate all the first slot of October, so October 19th to October 30th. So we'll get started. So we get the first win against Atlanta, a win against Memphis, lose to the Bucks, win against the Jazz, then lose to Portland and lose to the Suns. So we start off 4-3. So we'll check the win against Atlanta. Trae Young with 39 points and 14 assists, so double-double. 18 for Bogan Bogdanovic. C. Gunn with 29. Kenyon Martin with 23. Jalen Green with 21 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals and 4 blocks. So he gets a triple-double in his first game. 16 points for Kevin Porter Jr. And then the win against the Grizzlies, 26 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks. So another triple-double for Jalen Green at 99 overall. 25 points for Jabari Smith Jr. and KPJ with 23. 25 for Ja Morant, Tyus Jones with 19, Desmond Bain with 18. And then the loss to Milwaukee, 36 points and 11 rebounds for Giannis Antetokounmpo, so a double-double. Brook Lopez with 25, 20 points for Jalen Green with 8 rebounds and 9 assists. 15 points for KPJ, 13 for Seagun, and 12 points for Tate. And then they got back-to-back wins against the Jazz. 26 points and 14 rebounds for Jabari Smith Jr., so a double-double. KPJ with 19. Jalen Green with 11 points, 24 rebounds and 7 assists with 4 steals and 5 blocks. So a double-double. 11 points for Eric Gordon. 19 points for Sexton, 13 for Clarkston, and 11 for Lauri Markkanen. And then the back-to-back wins against the Jazz. 25 for Colin Sexton, 15 points and 10 rebounds for Rudy Gay, so a double-double. 14 for Jordan Clarkson, 13 for Talen Horton-Tucker. 19 points, 18 rebounds, 11 assists, and 2 steals for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 18 points for KPJ, 17 points for Seagun. And then the loss against the Portland, 31 points for Damian Lillard, 18 points for Josh Hart, 18 points and 10 rebounds for Yusuf Nurkic, so a double-double. 23 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists for Jalen Green with 2 steals and 2 blocks. So another triple-double for 99 overall Jalen Green. Jason Tate with 16 and Eric Gordon with 13. And then the loss to the Suns, 35 points coming from Devin Booker. Mikal Bridges with 15. DeAndre Ayton with 15 points and 10 rebounds, so a double-double. 39 points, 21 rebounds, 14 assists, and 2 steals coming from 99 overall Jalen Green. So that's a triple-double for him. 14 for Eric Gordon. So we move on into we finish October. So we got October. So we go from October 31st to November 18th or November 20th. So we start off with a 4-3 record. So we'll simulate through. And we finish October with a win against the Clippers. So we win back-to-back games against the Clippers to start to finish October and to start November. Then we get a win against Minnesota, lose to the Magic, lose to the Raptors, then get a win against New Orleans, lose to the Clippers, win against the Mavs, win against the Pacers, and win against Steph Curry's Warriors. So as of November 20th, we've got an 11-6 record. So we'll check the win against the Clippers. 27 for Paul George, John Wall with 19, Reggie Jackson with 18, and Kawhi with only 16. 25 points for KPJ, 20 points for Josh Christopher, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 18 assists, 2 steals, and 4 blocks for 99 overall Jalen Green. So another triple-double for him. And then the back-to-back wins against the Clippers, a 30-piece for Jabari Smith Jr., 24 points, 12 rebounds, and 14 assists, with 3 steals and 3 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double, shooting 9 and 9 from the free throw, 15 points from Kenyon Martin Jr., 22 for Paul George, Kawhi Leonard with 18, and John Wall with only 16 points. And then the win over Minnesota, 27 points for Karl Anthony Towns, Jaden Noel with 25, Naz Reid with 17, 23 points, 17 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks for Jalen Green. So a double-double. Jabari Smith Jr. with 22, Josh Christopher with 15. And then the loss against the Magic, 29 for Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs with 19, and Mo Bamba with 15. 23 points for KPJ, Seagun with 22, Jalen Green with 15 points, 23 rebounds, 14 assists, 3 steals, and a block. So another triple-double for him. And in the loss against the Raptors, 26 for Pascal Siakam, 14 for Fred VanVleet, 14 for Gary Trent Jr., a 30-piece with 14 rebounds and 14 assists, with 2 steals and a block for Jalen Green, so a triple-double, 15 for Jayshawn Tate, Jabari Smith Jr. with 13. And we move on to the win against New Orleans, 26 points coming from Zion Williamson, 19 for Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum with 17, 33 points, 17 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals, and 5 blocks coming from Jalen Green. So a triple-double, 29 points for Jabari Smith Jr. And then we move on to the loss against the Clippers, 26 points coming from KPJ, 23 points, 21 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals, and 5 blocks coming from Jalen Green. So a triple-double, and he is only at 6'4", so they haven't adjusted his height. Jabari Smith Jr. with 11 points, 29 points, and 10 rebounds for Paul George, so a double-double, but he fouled out. Kawhi Leonard with 19, and Reggie Jackson with 17. And then the 5-point win against the Mavs, 26 points for Christian Wood, 22 points and 12 assists for Luka Doncic, so a double-double. 16 points and 11 assists for Spencer Dinwiddie, so a double-double. 22 points for KPJ, 22 points, 15 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks for Jalen Green, so another triple-double. And Alperen Sengun with 15 points and 11 rebounds, so a double-double for him. Then the win against the Pacers, a 20-piece for KPJ, 19 each for Jabari Smith Jr. and Eric Gordon. And where is my boy? Where is he? Jalen Green with 14 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, so a double-double, but he fouls out in 21 minutes. 24 for Tyrese Halliburton, Chris Duarte with 19, Buddy Hield with 17. And then the win against Golden State, 32 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 steal, and 4 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 19 points for Seagun, Jabari Smith Jr. with 16. 22 points for Steph Curry, 21 for Jordan Poole, James Wiseman with 13. And then we move on and finish the rest of November to December 3rd. So we'll go from November 20th to December 3rd. So we've got 11-6 current record. So we'll simulate through. We end up taking a loss to Atlanta. Then we win against OKC. And we'll return Trevor Huggins to G League. And we take a dub against OKC, lose to Denver, and then win against Denver in the back-to-back to finish November. And then we start December with 2 losses against the Suns and against Golden State. So we'll check the loss against the Hawks. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block for Jalen Green. So a double-double, but he fouls out. 23 for Seagun and 20 for Eric Gordon. 35 points and 12 assists for Trae Young, but he fouled out. 25 points for Jonte Murray. 22 points for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And then the win against OKC. 24 points for KPJ. 24 points, 18 rebounds, 15 assists, 2 steals and a block for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. Eric Gordon with 15, SGA with 25, Chet Holmgren with 17, and Basley with 13. So another triple-double for Jalen Green. And then the loss to Denver, 21 points and 16 rebounds for Nikola Jokic, so a double-double. A 20-piece for Bones Highland and 19 for Jamal Murray. Jabari Smith Jr. with 25, Jalen Green with 17 points, 16 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals and 2 blocks, so another triple-double for him. And then the 2-point win against Denver, 36 points and 14 rebounds for Jokic, so a double-double. 23 points for Bones Highland, 18 points and 15 assists for Jamal Murray, so a double-double. 41 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks for Jabari Smith Jr. 24 points and 10 assists for Kevin Porter Jr., so a double-double. 22 points, 21 rebounds, 17 assists, 4 steals, and 4 blocks for Jalen Green, shooting 6 of 6 from the free throw and 8 of 12 from the field. So I guess another triple-double. And then the loss to the Suns, 41 points and 10 assists coming from Devin Booker, so a double-double. 25 points and 10 assists for KPJ, so a double-double. 20 points, 13 rebounds, and 15 assists for Jalen Green with 2 steals and 3 blocks, so a triple-double. 20 points for Jabari Smith Jr. And then the loss to Golden State by 4. 26 for Steph Curry, 20 for Wiseman, 19 for Clay. 25 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists for Jalen Green with 3 steals and 4 blocks, so another triple-double. 19 for Eric Gordon, 18 points and 10 assists for KPJ, so a double-double. So we move on to the rest of December. So we go from December 3rd to December 23rd with a 13 and 10 record, so we'll simulate through. So we end up taking a win over the 76ers, so we'll check that. 23 points for Jabari Smith Jr., 21 points, 12 rebounds, 14 assists, 3 steals, and 5 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 17 for Seagun, 21 points, 14 rebounds for Embiid, so a double-double. DeAndre Melton with 14, James Harden with 11 points and 11 assists, so a double-double. So we'll go from December 5th to December 23rd. With a 14 and 10 record, so we'll simulate through. We take a win against the Spurs, a win against the Bucks, a win against the Suns, a win against Miami, a win against Portland, a win against the Spurs, a win against Magic, and a loss to the Mavs. And don't mind the dog in the background, man. It's just my dog going nuts. So we'll check the win over the Spurs. Cut it out, pretty girl. So we're 21 wins and 11 losses at December 23rd. So we'll check the win against the Spurs. 24 points for Devin Vassell, 20 points for Keenan Johnson, 25 points, 24 rebounds, 11 assists, 6 steals, and 4 blocks for Jalen Green. So a triple-double. KPJ with 17. Cut it out, Blasian. I'm trying to record. Don't mind my dog in the background, man. He's just nutting out at food. 13 points for Tate. 13 points for Jabari Smith Jr. Move on to the win against the Bucks. 32 points for Jabari Smith Jr. 24 points, 18 rebounds, and 10 assists for Jalen Green with 3 blocks. So a triple-double for him. And Jrue Holiday had 25. Giannis had 21. Move on to the win against the Suns. 32 points, 21 rebounds, 14 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks for Jalen Green. So another triple-double. Eric Gordon with 17. Jabari Smith Jr. with 16 points and 10 rebounds, so a double-double. 27 points for Devin Booker. CP3 with 14. Cam Payne with 14. And then the win against Miami, 36 points, 17 rebounds, and 15 assists with 4 steals and a block for Jalen Green. So another triple-double. Must be nearly averaging a triple-double for the season. 20 points for Jabari Smith Jr., 19 points for Miles Bridges, 18 for Tyler Hero, and 18 for Jimmy Butler. Then the win against Portland, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks. So a triple-double for Jalen Green, but he fouled out. 22 for KPJ. Jabari Smith Jr. with 16. A 30-piece for Damian Lillard. 22 for Jeremy Grant. 18 points for Nessa Little. And then the win against the Spurs, 26 for KPJ. Seagun with 21 points and 12 rebounds, so a double-double. Jalen Green with 20 points, 15 rebounds, 16 assists, 3 steals and 4 blocks, so a triple-double. 20 points for Keita Bates-Diop, 19 for Keenan Johnson, and 16 for Roby. And in the win against Magic, 34 points coming from Jabari Smith Jr., 18 points and 10 assists for KPJ, so a double-double. 13 points, 19 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. Markelle Fultz with 20 and Moritz Wagner with 18. And then the 4-point loss to the Mavs, 32 points, 16 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals and 3 blocks for Jalen Green, so a double-double. 24 for Jabari Smith Jr., Eric Gordon with 19. A 40-piece, 10 rebounds and 15 assists for Luka Doncic, so a triple-double. 26 for Christian Wood. And we don't have a Christmas Day game, so we'll simulate to December 31st. And we lose on Boxing Day to the Chicago Bulls, then win against the Celtics, lose to the Mavs, and then win against the Knicks. So as of December 31st, we've got a record of 23 wins and 13 losses. So we'll check the loss against the Bulls. So a 40-piece for DeRozan, 25 for Zach LaVine, Andre Drummond with 19. 27 points for Jabari Smith Jr., 26 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals and a block for Jalen Green, so a double-double. And then the 1-point win against the Celtics, 25 points for Jason Tatum, 24 for Jaylen Brown, Horford with 15, 20 points and 10 rebounds for Jabari Smith Jr., so a double-double. A 20-piece for Kenyon Martin Jr., KPJ with 18, 17 points, 16 rebounds, 16 assists, 3 steals and 5 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. And we move on to the loss against Dallas Mavericks. 28 points, 10 rebounds and 15 assists for Luka Doncic, so another triple-double. 26 points and 11 rebounds for Christian Wood, so a double-double. 23 points for Jabari Smith Jr., 23 for Eric Gordon, 14 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals and 5 blocks for Jalen Green, so another triple-double. And then the win against the Knicks to finish December, 25 points for Jabari Smith Jr., Seagun with 18, Jalen Green with 16 points, 16 rebounds, 19 assists, 3 steals and 4 blocks, so another triple-double. 22 for RJ Barrett, 21 for Quickly, Jalen Brunson with 19. So we got a 23 and 13 record going into January. So we go from December 31st to January 21st. So we'll simulate through. And we take a loss to the Mavs to start January. 38 points and 16 rebounds with 9 assists, 1 steal and 5 blocks coming from Jalen Green, so a double-double. 21 for Jabari Smith Jr. and Jason Chait with 15. 39 points, 10 rebounds and 12 assists for Luka Doncic, so a triple-double. 23 for Spencer Dinwiddie. So we start January with a loss, so we're now 23 and 14. So we'll go from January 4th to January 21st. So we'll simulate through. We take a win against New Orleans, then lose by 3 to the Jazz, win by 1 against Minnesota, win against the Kings, get back-to-back wins against the Kings, win against the Clippers, lose to the Lakers, and then win against the Hornets, and then win against Minnesota. So as of January 21st, we've got a record of 30 wins and 16 losses. So we'll check the win against New Orleans. 23 points for Trey Murphy, 22 for Jonas Valanciunas, Brandon Ingram with 19, 30 piece with 14 rebounds, 16 assists, 2 steals and 4 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 22 for Jabari Smith Jr., 18 for Seagun, so another triple-double for Jalen Green. So then we move on to the loss against Utah. 22 points, 17 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals and 4 blocks, so a triple-double for Jalen Green. 19 for Seagun, 16 for KPJ, 20 points for Sexton, 18 for Connolly, 18 for Marketing. And then the 1-point win against Minnesota. 32 points coming from Jabari Smith Jr., Jalen Green with 29 points, 16 rebounds and 27 assists with 2 steals and a block. So a triple-double for him. KPJ with 26. And Karl Anthony Towns with 31 points and 10 rebounds, so a double-double. 23 points for Anthony Edwards, 19 points and 11 assists for D'Angelo Russell, so a double-double. And then the win against the Kings, 17 points for Malik Monk. De'Aaron Fox with 16 points and 11 assists, so a double-double. Keegan Murray with 13. Domantas Sabonis with 15 points and 15 rebounds, so a double-double. 32 points, 18 rebounds and 11 assists with 3 steals coming from Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 15 points for Jabari Smith Jr. and 14 for KPJ. Then back-to-back wins against the Kings. 27 for De'Aaron Fox, 16 for Sabonis, Keegan Murray with 12, 24 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists for Jalen Green with 1 steal and 2 blocks, so a triple-double. 19 points for Jabari Smith Jr., 18 points for KPJ. Move on to the win against the Clippers. 21 for Reggie Jackson, 15 for John Wall, and 15 for Luke Kennard. 29 points, 20 rebounds, 13 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 19 for Jabari Smith Jr. and Jason Tate with 16. And then we got the 2-point loss to the Lakers. 25 points, 10 rebounds for Anthony Davis, so a double-double. 19 for LeBron James, 18 for Lonnie Walker, 15 for Dennis Schroeder, Pat Bev with 8, Austin Reeves with 6, and Russell Westbrook with only 4. 27 points, 19 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, and a block for Jalen Green, so a double-double. 22 for Jason Tate, Jabari Smith Jr. with 11, and KPJ with only 10. And then the win over the Hornets, 24 points, 25 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, and 3 blocks for Jalen Green, so a double-double. 16 for Jabari Smith Jr. and 16 for Eric Gordon. A 20-piece for Kelly Oubre Jr., 19 points and 10 assists for LaMelo Ball, so a double-double. And Gordon Hayward with 17. And then the win against Minnesota, 21 for Anthony Edwards, 18 for D'Angelo Russell, 13 points and 11 rebounds for Karl Anthony Towns, so a double-double. 24 points, 19 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals and 3 blocks for Jalen Green, so a double-double. KPJ with 19. So we move on and we'll simulate the rest of January. So we'll go from January 21st to January 28th. So we'll simulate through. So we take the win against Minnesota, lose to Washington, lose to the Cavs, and then on the last day of January we get the win over Detroit. So we've now got a current record of 32 and 18. So we'll check the win over Minnesota. 31 points coming from KPJ, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 steals and 3 blocks from Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 17 for Eric Gordon, 22 for Anthony Edwards, Kyle Anderson with 17, and Karl Anthony Towns with 16 points and 10 rebounds, so a double-double. And then the loss to the Washington Wizards, 27 points for Jabari Smith Jr., 17 points, 11 rebounds, 14 assists, 5 steals and a block for Jalen Green, so a triple-double, shooting 6 of 15 from the field. 17 points for Seagun and 12 points for Eric Gordon. 23 for Bradley Beal, 18 points and 10 rebounds for Kristaps Porzingis, so a double-double. And Monte Morris was 16. And then the loss to the Cavs, 25 for Eric Gordon, 20 points, 8 rebounds and 8 assists for Jalen Green, 16 for KPJ, 24 for Donovan Mitchell, 23 for Karis LeVert, 22 points and 12 assists for Darius Garland, so a double-double. Jared Allen with 14 points and 15 rebounds, so a double-double. And then the win against Detroit to finish January, 36 points and 11 rebounds for Cade Cunningham, so a double-double. 22 for Sadiq Bey, 21 for Bogdan Bogdanovic, 26 for Eric Gordon, 21 points, 16 rebounds, 16 assists with 3 steals and 3 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. Jabari Smith Jr. with 16 points. Then we move on into February, so we'll go to February 15th. So we'll simulate through from February 1st to February 15th. So re-simulate again. So we start February with a win against OKC, and then a win against Toronto, a win against OKC, a win against the Kings. So back-to-back wins against the Kings. And then we get the win against Miami, and then lose to the 76ers and lose to OKC. So as of February 15th, we're now got 38 wins and 20 losses. So check the win against OKC to start February. 23 points and 12 rebounds for Jabari Smith Jr., so it's double-double. 21 for Jason Tate. 20 points and 14 rebounds for Seagun, so a double-double. Jalen Green with 17 points, 14 rebounds, 15 assists, 4 steals and 4 blocks, so another triple-double for him. 32 for SGA, 17 points and 11 assists for Josh Giddey, so a double-double. 17 for Lou Dort. Then the win against the Raptors, 29 points, 24 rebounds, 21 assists, 1 steal and 2 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 22 points and 11 rebounds for Jabari Smith Jr., so a double-double. 21 for Jason Tate, Eric Gordon with 17. 24 for Scotty Barnes, Fred VanVleet with 21, OG Anunoby with 16. And then the win against OKC, 19 points for SGA, 13 for Trey Mann, 12 for Lou Dort, 28 points for Jason Tate, 23 for Kevin Porter Jr. with 23 points and 11 assists, so double-double. 21 for Eric Gordon, 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. And we check the All-Star draft teams. So we've got Team Jalen and we've got Team Kevin Durant. So in Team Jalen, we've got Jalen Green as the captain, with LeBron James, James Harden, Joel Embiid, and Paul George being your starters. With your reserves coming off the bench are Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, Karl Anthony Towns, Donovan Mitchell, Zach LaVine, and Bam Adebayo. So that's Team Jalen, and we got Team Kevin Durant. So we've got Team Kevin Durant with Kevin Durant as the captain, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, and Trae Young as your starters. And off the bench in the reserves is Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Jimmy Butler, Devin Booker, Ja Morant, DeMar DeRozan, and Zion Williamson. So then we check the win against the Kings. 22 points for Jabari Smith Jr., Jalen Green with 21 points, 17 rebounds, 13 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks, so another triple-double. 29 points and 11 rebounds for Sabonis, so a double-double. 19 points for Davion Mitchell. And then we move on to the back-to-back win against the Kings. 31 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double, shooting 10 of 14 from the field. A 20-piece from KPJ, 15 for Eric Gordon, 24 points for Sabonis, 22 for De'Aaron Fox, 22 for Kevin Huerter, and then the 1-point win against Miami, 23 points for Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero with 19, Victor Oladipo with 18, and Jimmy Butler struggled with only 11 points. 24 points, 19 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals and 5 blocks for Jalen Green, but he fouled out. But he got a double-double. Jabari Smith Jr. with 14. And then the loss to the 76ers, 39 points and 10 rebounds for Embiid, so a double-double. 20 points, 11 rebounds and 12 assists for Harden, so a triple-double. 23 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals and 3 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 17 for Eric Gordon, KPJ with 14. And then the loss to OKC, 27 points, 13 rebounds for SGA, so a double-double. 21 for Lou Dort, 15 points and 12 assists for Josh Giddey, so a double-double. 27 for Jabari Smith Jr., 20 points, 12 rebounds, 16 assists with 2 steals and 4 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double, but he fouls out. Eric Gordon with 17. And then, so the All-Star game, so we'll simulate the All-Star game. So we'll go to March 1st, so we'll simulate through. So we take a win against Golden State coming out of All-Star, a win against Portland, a win against Denver. So to finish February, we've got a 41-20 record. So we'll check the Rising Stars game. So it's going to, so Team USA get the 128-102 win. 24 for Cade Cunningham. Jalen Green's in there with 20 points, 15 rebounds, 14 assists, 3 steals and 5 blocks, so a triple-double. 19 points for Chris Duarte and 18 for Jonathan Kuminga. And then the All-Star game with Team Kevin against Team Jalen. Team Kevin Durant gets the 123-93 win. 23 points coming from Devin Booker, 16 points and 13 rebounds from Giannis Antetokounmpo, so a double-double. 19 for Paul George, 18 for Tatum. And Jalen Green struggled with 7 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists and 3 steals, shooting 3 of 8 from the field. And then we go to the win against Golden State coming out of All-Star. 21 points for Andrew Wiggins, 18 for Steph Curry, 17 for Jordan Poole, and 12 for Klay Thompson. 27 points, 20 rebounds, 14 assists, 1 steal, and 4 blocks for Jalen Green, so another triple-double. 25 for Kevin Porter Jr. and 17 for Jayshawn Tate, but he fouled out. And then the win against Portland, 23 points for Josh Hart, 22 for Jeremy Grant, 18 for Gary Payton 2. 40 points, 28 rebounds, 13 assists, 3 steals, and 6 blocks for Jalen Green. So a triple-double, a 40-point triple-double. 21 for Jayshawn Tate, 21 for Jabari Smith Jr., 13 for Matthews. And we move on to the win against Denver. 24 points, 13 rebounds, and 13 assists with a steal and 2 blocks for Jalen Green. So a triple-double. 20 for Seagun and 19 for KPJ. 20 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists for Nikola Jokic, so a triple-double. 19 for Jamal Murray and 10 for Michael Porter Jr. So we move on into March. So we'll go from February 28th to March 19th. So we've got a 41-20 record, so we'll simulate through. We take a loss to start March against Memphis, then get back-to-back wins over the Spurs, then lose to the Nets, then get a win over the Pacers, a win over the Bulls, a win over the Celtics, a win over the Lakers, then lose to New Orleans, and then get a win in the back-to-back against New Orleans. So as of March 19th, we've got a record of 48 wins and 23 losses. So we'll check the loss against Memphis. 19 points for Jabari Smith Jr., 15 each for KPJ and Christopher. Seagun with 14. Jalen Green struggled with 8 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists. 32 for Ja Morant, 20 for Dillon Brooks, and 17 for Tyus Jones. And then back-to-back wins against the Spurs. Keenan Johnson with 19, Jason Richardson with 15, and Doug McDermott with 15. Jayshawn Tate with 20, KPJ with 17, Seagun with 16, Jalen Green with 15 points, 20 rebounds, and 12 assists and a block, so a triple-double for him. And we move on to the second win against the Spurs. 27 points for Jabari Smith Jr., 17 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals and a block, so a double-double for Jalen Green, with 12 points each coming from Kevin Porter Jr. and Eric Gordon. 16 points for Jacob Poletti, Devin Vassell with 15, and Keldon Johnson with 14. And then the loss to the Nets, 23 for Seagun, 18 for Eric Gordon, 17 points for Jabari Smith Jr., 13 points, 15 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals and 5 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 28 points for Kyrie Irving, 24 each for Kevin Durant and Ben Simmons. And then the win against the Pacers, 24 for Buddy Hield, 19 for Chris Duarte, 15 for Jackson, 29 for Jayshawn Tate, 23 points, 19 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals and 6 blocks for Jalen Green, so another triple-double. Jabari Smith Jr. with 17. Move on to the 2-point win against the Bulls. 31 for Jabari Smith Jr., Jayshawn Tate with 22, Seagun with 21, Jalen Green with 18 points, 16 rebounds and 8 assists, 5 steals and 3 blocks, so a double-double. 17 points and 13 assists for Kevin Porter Jr., so a double-double. 47 points going from DeMar DeRozan, 22 points and 11 rebounds from Andre Drummond, so a double-double. And 20 points from Vucevic and Lonzo Ball with 16. And then the win against the Celtics, 32 points, 12 rebounds and 10 assists with 3 steals and 4 blocks for Jalen Green, shooting 10 of 14 from the field. So another triple-double for him. 25 for Jabari Smith Jr., 22 for Eric Gordon, 32 for Tatum, Jaylen Brown with 26 and Brogdon with 19. And then the 25-point win against LA, 38 points, 7 rebounds and 3 assists for Jabari Smith Jr., 26 points, 13 rebounds and 16 assists for Jalen Green with 4 blocks, so a triple-double. 25 points for LeBron, 19 for Schroeder, 14 for Lonnie Walker, and 13 points for Anthony Davis and Kendrick Nunn. And then the loss to New Orleans, 23 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks for Jalen Green, so another triple-double. 18 for Eric Gordon, 16 points and 10 rebounds for Jabari Smith Jr., so a double-double. 17 points and 10 assists for Brandon Ingram, so a double-double. And 16 each for Zion and Jonas Valanciunas. And then the back-to-back win against New Orleans. This time around we get the win. 41 points, 14 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks coming from Jalen Green, so a triple-double. Jayshawn Tate with 19 and Seagun with 18. A 30-piece for Zion, 23 for Brandon Ingram, and 21 for CJ McCollum. We move on to the end of March. So we'll simulate the end of March into April 2nd. So we'll go from March 20th to April 2nd. So we'll simulate through. We take a win against Golden State, a win against Memphis, and then lose the back-to-back against Memphis, then lose to the Cavs, lose to the Knicks, then get a win against the Nets, a win against Detroit. So we finish March with a win against Detroit, and we start April with a win against the Lakers. So we'll check the win against Golden State. So we're now, as of April 2nd, we've got a record of 53 and 26. So we'll check the win against Golden State. 21 points, 19 rebounds, and 13 assists for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 16 for Jayshawn Tate and 16 for Jabari Smith Jr. 27 points coming from Clay, 17 for Steph Curry, 17 for Wiggins, and 15 for Pool Party. And then the win against Memphis, 24 for Jaren Jackson Jr., 15 for Ja Morant and Xavier Tillman. 36 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals, and 4 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 15 points for Jayshawn Tate, 14 points and 11 rebounds for Jabari Smith Jr., so a double-double. Then the back-to-back loss against the Memphis Grizzlies team, 21 points and 10 assists for Ja Morant, so a double-double. 18 for Desmond Bane, 14 for Xavier Tillman, 17 points for Jayshawn Tate, 16 points for KPJ, 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists for Jalen Green, so a double-double. And then the loss to the Cavs, 27 points for Donovan Mitchell. Darius Garland with 24 points and 11 assists, so a double-double. 16 points and 10 rebounds for Mobley, so a double-double. 33 points, 6 rebounds, 17 assists, 3 steals and 3 blocks for Jalen Green, so a double-double. Seagun with 27 and KPJ with 16. And then the loss to the Knicks, a 20-piece from Randall, RJ Barrett with 18 and Brunson with 16. 17 for Jabari Smith Jr., 15 for Seagun. Jalen Green with 11 points, 21 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks. So another triple-double. And then the win against the Nets, 27 for Kevin Durant, 24 for Kyrie Irving, 14 for Ben Simmons and TJ Warren with only 13. 23 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, and a steal and 2 blocks for Jalen Green, so a double-double. 22 for KPJ and 19 for Jabari Smith Jr. And in the win against Detroit to finish March, 24 points for Jabari Smith Jr., 20 points, 15 rebounds, 18 assists, and 3 steals and a block for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 19 for KPJ, 18 for Bogan Bogdanovic, Sadiq Bey with 14, and Isaiah Stewart with 12 points. And then the win against LA to start April, 23 points, 15 rebounds, 9 assists, and 2 steals and 2 blocks, so a double-double. 22 for KPJ and 20 for Jabari Smith Jr., 18 for LeBron James, 14 for Westbrook, and Dennis Schroeder with 13. We'll move on and do the end of April. So I've got 2 games left in April before the final game. So I'll simulate those 2. So I take a loss to Denver and a loss to the Hornets. So we're now 53 and 28 for the season. So we'll check the game against Denver. 18 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals and a block for Jalen Green, so a double-double. 17 for Jabari Smith Jr. and Seagun with 15 and Gordon with 15. 38 points, 10 rebounds and 11 assists for Jokic, so a triple-double. And 20 points and 10 assists for Jamal Murray, so a double-double. And then the loss to the Hornets, LaMelo Ball with 24 points and 12 assists, so a double-double. A 20-piece for Hayward and 15 for Kelly Oubre Jr. 18 points, 14 rebounds and 13 assists with 2 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. Eric Gordon with 16 and KPJ with 15. So we go into the last game of the season with a 53 and 28 record. So we'll simulate the last game against Washington, and we get the win. So a 99 overall Jalen Green at 6'4" with all the badges in the game. He ends up getting the MVP with 23.2 points per game, 15.8 rebounds per game, and 12.1 assists per game, with 2.5 steals and 2.7 blocks per game, shooting 58.7 from the field, 38.5 from the three-point line, and 98.8 from the free throw. So Jalen Green is your MVP. Jalen Green also gets your Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons gets Sixth Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Jalen Green, so that's 3 trophies. Most Improved goes to Trey Jones. And JB Bickerstaff gets the Coach of the Year with a record of 56 wins and 26 losses. So we'll advance on. All-NBA First Team is Jalen Green at a 99 overall with 64 badges at height of 6'4" at age 21, with Luka Doncic, Giannis, LeBron, and Nikola Jokic. All-NBA Second Team is James Harden, Trae Young, Tatum, Kevin Durant, and Embiid. All-NBA Third Team is Curry, Morant, Paul George, Jimmy Butler, and Davis. All-Defensive First Team is Jalen Green, Ben Simmons, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Evan Mobley, and Davis. All-Defensive Second Team is Luka Doncic, Jonte Murray, LeBron James, Draymond Green, and Mitchell Robinson. All-Rookie First Team is Jalen Green, Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith Jr., Paolo Banchero, and Keegan Murray. So we'll advance on. So it's going to be Phoenix and Golden State and Minnesota and OKC in the play-in. And it's going to, for the West, and for the East, it's going to be Miami, New York, Toronto, Boston in the play-in. So we'll simulate the play-in. So Phoenix and Golden State get through, and Toronto and Miami get through to finish your 8. So Houston are going to play Phoenix. So Jalen Green gets the first seed in the West, being a 99 overall. He carried his team to the first seed in the West. And it's going to be New Orleans, Clippers, Dallas, Memphis, Denver, Golden State. And it's going to be Cleveland, Toronto, Philly, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Brooklyn, Chicago, Miami. So we'll get into it. Houston play Phoenix in the first round. So we'll simulate game one. And Houston take game one, 134 to 116. Jalen Green with 34 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, so a double-double. Jabari Smith Jr. with 28 and KPJ with 19. 28 points and 12 assists for Devin Booker, so a double-double. 23 for Cam Johnson and 15 for DeAndre Ayton. Move on to game two, and we'll simulate game two. And Houston take a 2-0 lead. They take a 124 to 118 win. 21 for Jabari Smith Jr., 21 for Seagun, 20 for Gordon, 11 points, 18 rebounds, 15 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. A 40-piece for Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and Cam Payne with 14 each. So we'll move on to game three, and we'll simulate game three. And Houston take a 3-0 lead. So it's not looking good for Phoenix out here. Houston take the 158 to 120 win. D Book with 31. DeAndre Ayton with 20 points and 11 rebounds, so a double-double. Mikal Bridges with 13. Seagun with 41 points. Jalen Green with a 40-point triple-double with 40 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals, and 5 blocks. Shooting 13 of 16 from the field. So a 40-point triple-double for Jalen Green. So I move on to game four, and we'll see if Phoenix can keep the series alive or if it's going to be a sweep. So we'll simulate game four, and Houston end up sweeping Phoenix 4-0. They take the 124 to 100 win. Devin Booker with 21, Dario Saric with 19, CP3 with 17. 28 for Jabari Smith Jr., 20 points for KPJ, 18 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, 5 steals, and 4 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. And he moves on into the second round. So 99 overall, Jalen Green has taken the Houston Rockets to the second round. So it's going to be Houston playing New Orleans, Dallas, Golden State, Cleveland, Philly, and Atlanta, Miami. So we'll get into the Houston first New Orleans series. So we'll simulate game one. And New Orleans take game one, 150 to 127. A 30-piece for Eric Gordon. Just Sean Tate with 20. Jalen Green with 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 14 assists, and 5 steals and a block. So another triple-double. A 30-piece for CJ McCollum, 29 for Zion, 25 points and 11 assists for Brandon Ingram, so a double-double. So we'll move on to game two, and we'll simulate game two. And New Orleans are taking a 2-0 lead. Get the 104-103 win. 19 points for KPJ, 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 14 assists for Jalen Green, but he fouled out. Jabari Smith Jr. with 15 and Eric Gordon with 15. Just going to clear my throat. 22 for Zion, 18 for Valanciunas, CJ McCollum with 16, and Brandon Ingram with 15. So move on to game three and see if Houston can come back alive in this one. We'll simulate game three. And Houston have come back in game three to take the 131 to 106 win, to take a 2-1 series, to take a 2-1 in the series. So New Orleans have a 2-1 series lead. CJ McCollum with 23 and Zion with 23. 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks for Jalen Green, so a double-double. KPJ with 20 and Jay Sean Tate with 19. So move on to game four, and we'll simulate game four. And it's even. 119 to 112 win to Houston. 23 for CJ McCollum, 16 each for Brandon Ingram and Zion. 26 for Jabari Smith Jr., 16 for Gordon, 15 for Seagun, 14 for KPJ, And then 13 points, 19 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, and 3 blocks for Jalen Green. So a double-double. So move on to Game 5 of the second round. So we'll simulate Game 5. And Houston have taken a 3-2 lead. They take the 119-92 win. Jalen Green with 37 points, 14 rebounds, and 13 assists with a steal and 3 blocks, so a triple-double. 18 for Tate, 16 for Seagun, and Jabari Smith Jr. with 14. A 20-piece for Zion, 19 for Valanciunas, and CJ McCollum with only 12 points. Move on to Game 6, and we'll simulate Game 6. And New Orleans have taken it to a Game 7. They get the 138-120 win in Game 6. 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists for Zion, so a triple-double. 26 points and 10 rebounds for Jonas Valanciunas, so a double-double. 18 points and 10 assists for CJ McCollum, so a double-double. 31 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, and a block for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 27 for Jabari Smith Jr. and Josh Christopher with 13. So it's win or go home between the Rockets and New Orleans. So it's gone to a Game 7. So we'll simulate Game 7. And Houston do get eliminated in Game 7. So 99 overall Jalen Green gets the Houston Rockets to the first seed. Ends up sweeping Phoenix in the first round. Takes New Orleans all the way to 7 games and ends up losing Game 7 by 112-111. 24 points, 15 rebounds, 14 assists with a steal and 2 blocks for Jalen Green, so a triple-double. 18 for Gordon, 15 for Tate, 28 for Ingram, 20 points and 10 rebounds for Zion, so a double-double, and 18 points and 14 assists for CJ McCollum, so a double-double for him. So it's going to be Dallas versus New Orleans, and it's going to be Atlanta versus Philly in the finals for the West and the East. So we'll simulate the round. And Trae Young gets your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And Western Conference Finals MVP goes to Zion. So it's going to be a Hawks-Pelicans final. So we'll simulate Game 1 of the final. And Hawks take Game 1, 138-109. Trae Young with a 48-point game and 16 assists, so a double-double, shooting 16 of 16 from the free throw. 23 for Bogdanovich, 22 points and 10 rebounds for Clint Capella, so a double-double. 32 for Brandon Ingram, 25 for Zion. Move on to Game 2 of the finals, and we'll simulate Game 2. And Pelicans lock it up 1-1. They get the 126-106 win. 49 points coming from Trae Young. 13 points and 10 rebounds for John Collins, so a double-double. 25 for Brandon Ingram. 23 points and 12 rebounds for Zion, so a double-double. And 18 points for CJ McCollum. So move on to Game 3 of the finals, and we'll simulate Game 3. And the Hawks take a 2-1 lead with winning Game 3. 123-120. 18 for CJ McCollum, 18 for Zion, 17 for Valanciunas and Larry Nance. 41 points and 12 assists for Trae Young, so a double-double. 17 points and 11 assists for Jonte Murray, so a double-double. And 16 points for DeAndre Hunter. So move on to Game 4, and we'll simulate Game 4. And Hawks take a 3-1 lead as they won Game 4, 135-129. A 40-piece from Zion, 32 for Brandon Ingram, 19 for CJ McCollum, and 15 for Larry Nance. 46 points and 11 assists for Trae Young, so a double-double. 25 points for Bogdanovich, 22 points and 11 assists for Jonte Murray, so a double-double. Move on to Game 5. Can New Orleans keep the finals alive? So we'll simulate Game 5. And they do, because New Orleans come back in Game 5 to take the 137-125 win. 33 points for Jonte Murray, 18 points and 16 assists for Trae Young, so a double-double. 18 for Bogdanovich and 17 for John Collins. 29 for Brandon Ingram, 25 points and 10 assists for CJ McCollum, so a double-double. Larry Nance with 16 and Zion with only 13. So move on to Game 6. Can New Orleans take it to a Game 7? So simulate Game 6. And no, the Hawks end up winning the championship in 6 games as they end up winning 4-2. Trae Young gets your finals MVP. And the Hawks end up winning it 138-117. Zion with 34, Brandon Ingram with 31, CJ McCollum with only 16, 37 points and 19 assists for Trae Young, so a double-double. Jonte Murray with 24 points and 12 assists, so a double-double. And Bogdanovich with 20 points. So, yeah, the Hawks end up winning your NBA Finals 4-2. And as for 99 overall Jalen Green, with 64 badges, with the rest of his team being at like 70 overalls, he ends up taking the Houston Rockets to 54 wins and 28 losses at a .659 percentage rate for a win rate. At home, they won 30 games and lost 11, and away we won 24 and lost 17, as we end up getting the number 1 seed in the West, and then we end up beating Houston 4-0 in the first round. Then we take New Orleans all the way to 7 games and end up losing to New Orleans in 7, which New Orleans ended up going all the way to the finals, and then they lost to the Hawks 4-2. So that's another video wrapped up. And as for all you new viewers out there, and enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And for all you new viewers out there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as I'm on that road to 1,300 subs, and I appreciate every single one of you that hits that subscribe button. As yeah, we're on that road to 1,300 subs, and I appreciate every single one of yous. As that's another video in the books, and that's NZ Blasian out, and we'll catch you in the next episode. NZ Blasian out.